Okay, here's my next video, and it's pretty interesting. So I'm with, this happened a few months ago, but here it is. And a quest for my seeds. I want my seeds back. So I learned that the region priests had put some of my seeds that I had in me for my whole life since I was born on Earth. The seeds I had, they were in me for my whole life. The region priests took them out and went to hell with them. I still ain't got them back. But I learned that they put some in the cathedral. Now, a cathedral is a place in St. Lucian and whatever. So my intent was I'm going to go to the cathedral and steal them back somehow, some way. I'm getting them back. So I went to CBC's house in St. Lucian, and I told him I go to sleep and boom, I'm in St. Lucian. There's this little midget guy, not a midget, small, short, stocky old man, but he really had a weird face, really weird face. It's almost like a troll man. And he's running around me talking to CBC. And I'm just sitting at the table like, what the hell are you guys doing? What's going on? And I saw the troll man leave and go down the driveway, and the next thing I know, a few minutes later, I'm in a room, and it's a huge room. And you know those them little tiny bank vaults you can put your shit in? They're square, and you have your key and you open it up and you pull out your shit. I forgot what they're called. I never had one, but I don't whatever. So I closed the I didn't close it. I'm standing in a room with a whole bunch of those bank vaults. I forgot what they're called right now. Like 2 stories high of bank vaults. And these are my seeds. My seeds were in here. Now, what this place is for history. Maybe it's a seed bank, because they mentioned a seed bank before, and it was in the cathedral. Either way, there's a guy, Daniel Boone's in there. Daniel Boone's seeds are in there, and now my seeds are in there, and I'm getting them back because they shouldn't have took them in the first place. So I all of a sudden the the little guy, the little munchkin man, he's about 5 feet tall, all hunched over. Anyway, he has this moving ladder that slides around the room. It slides against the wall, and he slides it over, and he climbs up, and he's turned to unlock one of them bank vaults. And just as he does that, as soon as he unlocks it, I use my will. Boom, I open it up and I pull my seeds out. They come out in a floating jar of fluid, like my seeds come right to my chest. And they're in a jar, like a sealed jar with a black lid. And I grab them. The little guy up there is freaking out. He can't believe I just pulled the seat. I pulled the jar to myself. I open it up and I let my seeds out and I dump them on my chest. And I have 2 seeds in me, and I use them. I lined it up with, and I brought them in my heart. So now I got, I don't know how many, 6 or something. And I got these seeds. I mean, yeah, I got them. So I put them in my heart with the other 2. And I can really feel them, man. And I'm like, shit, yeah, these are my seeds. All of a sudden, I wake up in my bed. I wake up in my bed. And I zoom back to CBC's house. So now I got my seeds. I didn't believe the priest, but I wanted to go check it out anyway. I didn't believe the priest put them in the seed bank or the cathedral or whatever it was called. Then I'm not in St. Yeah, I am in St. Lucian, but I'm at CBC's house. But I woke up in my mind. I woke up, but I'm still there, and I'm not seeing St. Lucian or CBC's house. I'm seeing blackness. So all of a sudden, I just laid there and I relaxed and I started relaxing. And all of a sudden, I started seeing a vision in my head. And this is the vision was. I'm standing outside where I used to live in the physical. I'm standing outside on Park Ave and I'm looking up at the sky and it's nighttime and there's snow on the ground. It's fucking cold as shit. And I look down at the ground and I got, them big ass boots you get with a liner, a fleece liner, they have a liner inside. You put them inside and you stick them in the boot. Those boots, I got those on. So, and I only had those when I was like 10 years old or 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. I had those boots with the fleece liner or whatever it's called, the liner. And I'm looking at my boots in the snow and it's hard. The snow is really cold, dry, cold snow. And you can hear it cracking in the ground, in the snow, your foot. And I'm looking at my boots and they're so fucking warm. I can't believe how warm they are. I guess that's why I'm looking at them because I remember the boots. And all of a sudden, I look towards my neighbor's house. Um, Depending on which way it's going, the old lady's house. We had an old lady and an old man that lived next to us and a cherry tree. And I'm standing in the driveway and I'm looking up in the sky. And it's like 11 o'clock and it's dark. And as I'm looking, I can feel the ETs. But at this point in my life, I didn't know what the ETs were. I just feel something in the sky and I'd be looking around for it. So I'm looking, and in the vision, I see a UFO spaceship, like a disc craft with a little horizon with a little thing on top. A disc craft go back behind the tree, well, into the sticks of the tree in the sky. It was farther out there, and then it came out and went behind the roof of the house, and then it went back like that, back and forth. It went from the roof of the house to behind the tree, from the roof of the house, behind the tree, from the roof of the house, behind the tree. And I sat there and looked at it, and it was against the stars, and I could see it. It was lit up a little bit, and it was in this craft, and it was sort of glowing, had a little bit of glow to it, the whole body of the craft. And I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at it. And I'm like, now that experience happened. I remember it in the moment. I went outside and I was cleaning up the hockey. I was getting the hockey pucks and the net and putting them all away for my dad can go to work, or I was and shoveling the snow out of the driveway so my dad can go to work in the morning. That's what I had to do. But I had stopped and I'm looking at the sky and I feel something in the sky staring back at me. And I didn't see nothing. I didn't, in reality, that event took place, but I didn't see nothing. I just went, oh well, nothing I can do about it. Whatever the fuck that is. I got the feeling. So I went back to work and finished up and went inside. But the seeds, the experience I had with the seeds. Okay, when I'm feeling, I had 16 or 14 seeds at that point in my life, right? 10, 11 years old. And I feel them, I feel the ETs looking at me. What I see here is one thing. What the seeds see and record, totally different. So in the vision, when I stole my seeds back out of the cathedral, put them in my heart, the immediate vision I had with the seeds glowing, so I know they're mine. I know it was my experience. I know they're my seeds because my experience came off the seeds. And I'm having a vision now of the UFO going back and forth in the sky and the cold snow and my fancy boots I had with the liners that you put in. Anyway, that's what the seeds saw. The seeds saw the craft. I never did see the craft. I never saw a fucking thing. I remember the only thing I can remember about that time was that moment was I'm like, fuck, it's so cold out and it's so dark and I can see all the stars. I remember I was looking up at the stars and I'm like, holy shit, look at all those stars. And it's so cold. It must be cold in space. It's cold in space. Anyway, then that was it. But my seeds saw the UFO looking back at me. Now, what made me stop and look in the sky was the feeling of ETs looking at me. Because the ETs are in the sky and the UFO cloaked or something. And this has happened all my life. The ETs were spiritually hooking up to me, staring at me. So I'm looking back at them, or I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. What's in the sky looking at me? I'm a kid, right? 10, 11, 12 years old, somewhere in there. And I couldn't figure it out. I just thought it was so fucking cold and the stars were so bright and it's so cold. And then man, I didn't know what to do about it. And I'm freezing my ass off, so I finished shoveling the driveway or whatever I had to do, put the hockey gear away and went inside. But the seeds recorded the UFO. I didn't see the UFO, but the seeds recorded it from my childhood. Pretty cool, eh? And I asked, I go, I'm having a vision. Tina goes, yeah, what is it? And I go, I'm standing in the backyard as a little kid, and I'm seeing a UFO in the sky. And she goes, oh yeah, Tina, she's been my spirit guide for my whole life, but I didn't know it at the time. And I go, I remember this event, but I don't remember seeing the UFO. And she goes, okay. I go, do seeds record my experience differently than what I seen in my perception in my brain? She goes, yeah, all the time. That's usually the way of them. And I'm like, okay. But she confirmed it for me. So there you go. When it's really a trip, when I have to go and steal my seeds out of the seed bank from the region priest, they put the seeds in the seed bank for history. So all my UFO shit is on them seeds, recorded on those seeds. That's what the seeds were about, mostly. All the UFO shit that happened to me, ET stuff. Man, I had a lot. And that's why the region priests decided, well, they're gonna steal my fucking seeds and stick them in the seed bank, and I get two. And I know, and I learned over the past 3 months, 4 months, how to get my seeds back. I can actually will them to myself from wherever they are. And it's extra hard because I got no seeds. I got two or something, and it's difficult as fuck, especially with the asshole next door to me. But I can actually. I went up to the region priest. I go, do you know what it's like to have your seeds stolen? He goes, no, I don't know. I go, I reached out, touched his chest, pulled his seeds out of him, right into me. I go, that's what it's like. See ya. When I disappeared, he went fucking nuts. I stole his seeds. Then I went to the priestess. She was in bed sleeping, laying there. And I reached down to touch her heart. I didn't even reach down. I just focused on her, pulled the seeds right out of her seeds out of me. Because I heard she had my seeds and she was using them for her own fucking masturbation fantasies or whatever. So I pulled her seeds out of me. I didn't have no visions because I was too busy running. So I did that. I did those 2 occasions. And the regent priest was fucking screaming. When I sold his seeds, he was going nuts. I go, you fucking cocksuckers. You fucking think you can steal my fucking seeds and get away with it and give me nothing back? Now I'm stuck down here on the earth with no fucking seeds. And the whole problem is my seeds are everything. My seeds are everything. And I can go into a whole hot hour about probable realities and your choices and what you got to do and how you use the seeds within the probable realities of your day-to-day thought mental processes of what you got to do during the day, and your seeds help guide you through it. I can go into all that, and there's a lot more. And the regent priest fucking stole them. Fucking year, almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years this Christmas. 2020, 24, 25 Christmas will be 2 years they stole them. And all I got is two. And every time they say they're going to give them back, they lie. And that happened 100 times. So, but anyway, that was my experience. They put some seeds in the seed bank. I went and stole them, and I saw a vision of myself when I was a kid. And I couldn't see the UFO in my mind. The only part I knew was something in the sky was staring at me, and it was fucking huge. And that's the only thing I knew. But the seeds saw the UFO going back and forth. All right. That was a very cool experience that happened a while ago. And I'm making another video tomorrow or something. Okay, bye.